What a pleasure to welcome Esther Ráez back to the program. So many of you know Esther because she has been promoting and doing PR for Cudeca, the cancer hospice, for many, many years, over 8. And so she's a very well-known figure in our community. But now Esther has branched out on her own to open a PR communications company, which I have hired for Good Morning Spain, I'll have you know, and Marbella Now, and Zero Hero, because she's the best and she's a lovely person. So it's lovely to have you here, Esther. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy
excited
for you. So proud of you. It's a big step.
It is. It's so amazing that I'm able to do this. I can't wait to continue working so much, and I'm excited to be here today.
Well, it is. It's a lovely step forward, and it's still nice that even though that you've left to go on your own, you've actually asked to come to the program today to talk about Cudeca.
That's right, and that's what makes it so incredible. That of course I needed to change my relationship with Cudeca, which as you said, I was working for them for about 8 years, but I felt it was time for me to do it on my own. So I launched my own communication agency, as you explained, and that's why I'm here, because now I'm helping Cudeca again through my own company, through my own business, to promote a very glamorous event that's about to happen in December.
This is an annual event, isn't it?
It
Every
is.
year, Villa Tiberio
Yeah.
and Sandro host a Cudeca bonanza extravaganza.
It is amazing that he's been doing this for 13 years already. The Gala for Cudeca is a Christmas gala, and it's in aid of Cudeca. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's passionate about Cudeca because he met John Hunt, our founder, who passed away about 3 years ago already. And they've met in the beginning of Cudeca, and then they decided to collaborate. And that's why 13 years ago, even though he's been donating to Cudeca for a long time, but then 13 years ago, he decided he wanted to do something more for Cudeca, so he thought on the Gala nights, and that's what we're about to do on the 17th December.
The 17th of December, that's
right.
a Sunday.
It's a Sunday, and it's from 7:30 p.m, so I will be there receiving all guests to enjoy the night.
Lovely Giles Brown doing the emceeing, as
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah.
And what entertainment can we expect during the evening? What's going on?
We're going to have Mr. Marv, we're going to have Kath and their girls, we're going to have probably Stelvis, we're going to have such a wide range of performers. They usually, more or less the same people come in every year to perform for charity, which is lovely, and
So
I do
they're
appreciate
donating
that.
their time for
That's
the
right.
cause, which is very generous.
They do, and then we do have a live auction. There's also a silent auction, and there's a raffle. Everything is for charity, so every penny we make there will be donated straight to Cudeca.
Because obviously Cudeca needs funding. There's a lot goes on it's not just the hospice, it's the teams that visit their homes, and
Exactly.
anyone who's unfortunate enough to need the services of Cudeca, at least the services they get and the attention is so appreciated.
That's right.
Because it's like the family, the sufferers, the family, everyone's involved in a situation
That
like
is
this.
right. The funding we need for Cudeca Hospice is to cover the cost of the medical teams, which this number is, the number of patients is always increasing, never decreasing, because it's not only about cancer, it's about any illness that potentially becomes end of life. So
That's that word palliative, isn't it?
Exactly.
Palliative care means you know the end is nigh, but you're not.
exactly
Right.
You know the end is for sure, and so the time. What Cudeca used to do is to promote this motto in which they would say to add life to days, and that means that they need to provide quality of life for the last days of life, which is very possible, and that's why we need the funding, because it's not only about the medical care, but also the psychological care, as you said, the spiritual care, and everything that goes around. Social work is very important as well, because many families don't know what to do when their loved ones are going forever.
They also need help.
And they need help
adjusting.
to adjust and to do the paperwork and to do things that we don't usually think on.
No, it's funny, I'm not funny, but when my father passed away, I was just in shock that literally within seconds of him passing, they were in there asking me to sign papers.
You see.
It was just in the sense, and I speak good Spanish and everything, but there's not the moment that you need to be dealing with things like that. So having at least preparation for what's going to go down makes a big difference.
And Cudeca will be by your side, not only by the side of the person who's going, but by the side of the relatives, which is very important, with counseling as well. So the funding is really necessary. It's not something superficial. The work is really serious. Cudeca is the only charity who does that in Spain for free. So Cudeca is the only one who's providing that service to the community. And even though the Spanish health system is starting to include palliative care in a holistic way more every time, but it's not there yet. So that's why Cudeca is so important right now.
It certainly is important. And it's very, I imagine, not stressful, but it's a very challenging job to do, which is why I'm happy that you're still collaborating, but doing it maybe a little bit on the outside, because it's very challenging. There's a lot going on, and lots of sad stories, and lots of loss and heartache.
You're right. I've gotten to know many families, many relatives have gone through the care that Cudeca provided, and even though the thankfulness, you say that in English,
the gratitude,
gratitude, it's very open, you can see that straight away, but there is pain inside of them, and you can tell they're in pain. And even though they want to do usually they want to do something back for Cudeca, but there's pain within them. So
and an empathetic person like yourself, I can assure you're right with them. One thing I would like to comment about Cudeca is, because obviously we have loads of charities and things like that, but Cudeca, I invite you all to go into their website and look at the desglose, how the summary, the breakdown of how they spend everything.
That's right.
And that is one of the things for me, apart from the mission of Cudeca, that I find most appreciated. Because, as they say in English, everything that glitters is not gold. And unfortunately that goes for charity as well. So I would invite you, as I say, to go into the Cudeca website, because there's a full disclosure of how everything is spent, what goes on wages, what goes on everything.
Exactly, that's a very good point you're making right now, Nicole, because not every association or charity is able to do that, to present accountants clearly and transparent for the community, and this is something that Cudeca is really committed to. So we
know where the money's going.
Exactly.
We know exactly where the money's going.
Percentage of the money is going to health, this is to wages, this is to everything that you can see in the website. And this is something that I think is really important, and it gives a lot of, it's solid for the people to know.
I think so too. And those, I would just appeal to the charities that put 95% running costs to address that issue, because it's not very confidence inspiring when you have 95% running costs.
That's right.
On what? So
that's right.
As I say, that's one of the big pluses for me of Cudeca, and I never want to criticize anything, but I will highlight the excellence of that aspect, because I think that is really very important. So we have the gala dinner. Are there spaces? Still a few places, a very big restaurant. So.
Yeah, it's a big restaurant, it's a big venue, it's really glamorous, as you know. And you can make reservations calling straight away to the restaurant in Villa Tiberio, or you can just DM me in Instagram or anywhere in the paper. There's probably my contact.
Can I ask, does DM mean direct message?
Sorry, yeah, that's right.
No, because I see a lot of this, and it's like DM me, and it's like with Dr. Martens. DMs for me is a Dr. Martens.
Yeah, you're so
learning
right.
a whole new language.
Direct message.
So
we need to be proper when we speak on television, because everyone is listening, and not everyone has social media, right?
But it's a great opportunity for us to learn. I don't mind asking the questions, the silly questions.
Exactly. Direct message me, or just call the restaurant, because they're longing to have more people to.
So the more the merrier. As it's a very, very big venue, which is wonderful. Do you know the price of the meal or the setup?
Yeah, the price of the meal is 75 euros per person. And of that, 25 euros goes to Cudeca straight away, apart from the fundraising that's going to happen in the gala, like auction and donations and raffles, salinas and everything.
So that's really very fair. €50 for a gala dinner at Via Tiberio is a
It's
very
good.
fair price, and
is
nice
good,
to
yeah.
know that then there's that extra €25 off the top for
That's right.
for Cudeca and whatever they make from the tombola, the raffles, and the rest of it.
Exactly. Sandro Morelli, the owner, is a very generous man. Every time that I speak with him for business, let's say, he always comes up with something charitable to do. He has ideas. He's got the resources to give, and he wants to help the community. He's passionate about children. You know that not so long ago, Cudeca launched the pediatric unit. He was passionate about that, and he gave a lot for that project. So every time I speak with Sandro, there's something related to charity he wants to do. I really appreciate that of him. He's a very generous person, and then that's why people should come to Villa Tiberio to
I think
support
that's why
that.
he survived so long and does
Probably,
so
yeah,
well.
probably,
It's
yes.
because those
Yeah.
of us who've been here for a long time know that.
That's right.
And it's very important in a community, if you want the support of your community, that you're also reciprocal. So, muchas gracias, Sandro. Well done, Sandro. Known also for many years. My parents went there, and I went there as a child.
Yeah.
So it's very much, I think, part of
Amazing.
our Marbella history.
Really?
And one of the remaining original places.
Exactly, yeah, it's one of the original places. I mean, it's a place very interesting to see and visit because it's got a lovely garden and all the sculptures.
It reminds me of like old Hollywood.
Yeah.
You literally go through the gates and you're in another world.
And have you noticed all the photographs he's got hanging in the walls? Every wall is covered by photographs of him with celebrities or relevant people, personalities. It's just a really interesting place to go.
A testament to excellence.
Yeah.
As are you. Well done for all the years with Cudeca. Thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
how I met you. And I'm
Yeah.
delighted now that you've got your new venture and that also that I'm a client.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for helping me. You are one of the best ones, actually. Thank you so much for believing in me.
100%. 100%. I've known you for a long time and I'm no
That's
fool.
right. That's right. That's right. That's true.
Enhorabuena, muchas gracias.
Muchas
Thank
gracias,
you,
Nicole.
Esther. Well, Esther, now with her own PR and marketing company, but also here today to talk about Cudeca Charity Gala on Sunday evening, the 17th of December. There's still room for you, so call them and get your ticket right now.